winning recording artist, actress, and I actually want to call you a comedian because I think you have one of the funniest TikToks on social media. The video you did with Fireball was hilarious, and
Thanks.
the Santa suit and the dancing, I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. So you're going to be coming here to Sacramento, California, for this on the 16th, and you're performing with your band, the California Jet Club.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about what to expect at your show?
Oh, our shows are just fun. We just have fun. We sweat, we scream, we jump up and down, we dance. We celebrate. We're just gonna have a ball. We're gonna play, classics, of course, and we're gonna be playing songs from the new album, The Reset, which is coming out in February. So you'll get to hear some songs live before you hear them on record, which is always, I always like that when I go to shows. I hear songs I never heard before.
Absolutely.
So I remember when I went to an Outkast show a long time ago, and they played that whole album before it came out, and I couldn't have had a better day. So anyway, we're gonna have it's just gonna be fun. It's gonna be a nice break from the weather and everything that else is going on in the world.
Absolutely. And we're so looking forward to it here in Sacramento. As soon as the mentions went out that Macy Gray was coming, everybody went crazy. And actually, the people here in Sacramento have been putting together a list of the best Reuben sandwiches in Sacramento because the word got out that you're a fan of the Reuben. So the top recommendations come back for a restaurant called Solomon's if you want to check that out and get yourself.
Okay, I'll be there.
I also wanted to talk to you. So you do have two foundations. You've been doing a lot of nonprofit work. You've got the My Good Foundation, and then you also sit on the board for the Oscar Grant Foundation. Sorry, I had to look in my notes. And so the My Good Foundation, could you tell us a little bit about what that organization does?
So we support families who have loved ones. I used to be able to say that so better. Okay. We support families who have lost loved ones due to police violence. So a lot of times you hear on the news, of course, the cases everybody knows about, Oscar Grant and of course George Floyd, and you hear about these families and you hear about these big settlements, but 99% of families who fall victim to police violence don't get a dime. So we're here to help people get back on their feet. Our biggest request is therapy, is mental health services. So we provide a lot of mental health services for families who have been so devastated but don't have the means to heal and get help.
I think that's a great gesture and a great organization to be there. Sacramentans specifically are very familiar with police violence. Stephon Clark was murdered here by the Sacramento Police Department.
Yeah.
And even recently, in the last month, a gentleman named Sharano Stingley was died in police custody. We'll say that case is ongoing, and so good that somebody is taking a step up to get the mental health. As you know, I'm sure in the Black community, mental not something that has been largely available to us, and then it's not something that we largely embrace due to our generational distrust of the system.
Well, I think that's turning around. I think like people kind of it's becoming this little throwaway phrase, mental health, but I think it's bringing more attention to the fact that everybody needs it, that it's for everybody. Everybody has emotions. Everybody has trauma that they have to deal with. And, at that point, your color doesn't matter. But my theory on why the whole world is crazy is because nobody can afford therapy. It's like it's very expensive to keep your head together. So that's where we come in, and we try to help people as much as we can.
I've seen in some of your prior interviews that you use your music as a form of your own therapy and a form of expressing yourself, which I do visual art, so I can relate to that. My artwork is expression. So with your new album, your new upcoming album, Reset, which we're all looking forward to hearing, what type of emotions are we going to find in there? What type of stories does Macy Gray tell?
A lot. There's of course there's the love stories. There's this, the songs about hitting it, sex and stuff. But we have a lot of interesting songs. There's a song called Alien, and it's just about escape. It's about like hopefully, there's a better place, after we get through with all this. Hopefully we get to, level up, because this is wild. And then there's just a song we wrote called America that we wrote during 2020 when all that was going on. And there's some dance songs just about dancing. I mean, it's really, I tell everybody, all I do is give people a break, like your day, and then your favorite song comes on the radio, and for even if it's just for 3 minutes, you get to go elsewhere, you know what I mean? So that's what we try to do when we go in the studio, is just get everybody, a break, you know what I mean? A good break. You could just chill and listen to music and dance if you want to, or if the lyrics happen to mean something to you, you get a good cry, you know what I mean? So I try to do through my music what my music does for me, for everybody else. That's the goal.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I heard you say you had talked to Prince, and he was telling you that that your job is not to control how people interpret the music. Your job is to create it and get it out there. And that's something that I feel is very important in art, right? It's like what it means to me, and I show you, and you're like, oh, it's this, and that. Well, I mean, I didn't go any of those places when I made it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so it's my job is to make it and then let you interpret it. So we're looking forward to seeing you here in Sacramento on the 16th. And I do got to say, I just have two more things to ask you about. So the first one is, I think you may be the first Grammy recipient to ever eat alphabets out of their Grammy.
Yeah, that was Golden Crisp.
Oh, got to get the cereal right.
I know, that's my crutch. I can eat a whole box of those. Like if I have a bad day, I'll literally sit and eat a whole box of Golden Crisp. It's very sad, but it's so good. It's just all sugar. But but yeah, we were just having fun. It was just like, my friend was like, "So what does that Grammy do for you?" I was like, But no, it's an amazing compliment to get a Grammy, to be recognized by people who do what you do, and I know the Grammys are coming up next year, and it's definitely changed since I got mine. It's totally different. So I'm anxious to watch it, and I've heard a lot of the records that got nominated, so I'm rooting for some people, and it's cool. But yeah, it's right there. I wish I could turn and show it to you, but I'm afraid I'll lose the feed or something. I don't know, because I'm terrible with this stuff.
Are there any artists in particular you're rooting for this year's Grammys?
See, that's, I'm going to be my diplomatic self and say I'm just rooting for everybody. No, actually, there's some good albums that came out this year. I just think, music has changed so much. And when you come from back in the day, like I did, you kind of expect a certain thing, or you listen for different things, your taste is a little bit different than, it would be if you were, say, 19. So, I'm probably rooting for different things than the average, not the average person. Nobody's average, but just, like the masses, you know what I mean? Because being a musician, you kind of listen to different things. You listen for different things. You kind of, it's just like you're a visual artist. So when I look at art, I just see, oh, that's so cool. When you look at art, you see the details. You know how it was made, and you know what I mean? You want to know who did it and all that other stuff. So, it's different for me.
No, I understand completely, and I can appreciate that. I'm super looking forward to seeing your show at the Crest Theater here in Sacramento on the 16th, and looking forward to interviewing you again after that show. So
let's do it.
Enjoy the rest of your tour. We are looking forward to seeing you here in Sacramento, and thank you so much for this pre-interview, and I will talk to you soon.
All right, sweetheart. You are so cute, by the way, and I'll see y'all.
Thank you.
I'll see y'all in Sacramento. We're gonna have a ball.